Welcome back to Dawg Pound Daily, the heartbeat of real Cleveland Browns fans. If you live and breathe orange and brown, go ahead, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and drop your take in the comments. Because today we're diving into a moment that's got everybody talking inside Berea. And quite frankly, it should light a fire under this entire fan base. The Browns owner just said on record that he didn't expect and didn't even want to draft quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Let that settle in. That wasn't a rumor. That wasn't a source close to the team. That came straight from Jimmy Haslam's own mouth. And the implications for this franchise, for this coaching staff, and for this QB room, they're massive. Let's break this down. We've seen strange draft stories before, but this one's a Dawg Pound original. It started back in April when Shedeur Sanders, who many had pegged as a borderline first-rounder, slipped all the way to the 5th round. That fall was stunning, but it wasn't just about tape. It wasn't just about talent. NFL execs were leaking stories, anonymous ones of course, claiming his pre-draft interviews were a mess. One team even called it the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. Ouch. So when the Browns selected him in round 5, it felt like a steal, or maybe a reclamation project, or maybe a gamble. Fast forward to this week, July 29. Haslam steps in front of the media and tells the world straight up, if you'd have told me Friday night we'd be picking Shedeur, I would have said, that's not happening. That's not a casual remark. That's not an offhand comment. That's the owner of the team saying, this wasn't my call. This wasn't part of my plan. And then he doubled down. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Translation, if this works, Berry gets the credit. If it fails, well, Haslam's already washing his hands of it. Now let's pause right here, Dawg Pound. I want to know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Is it a good thing that our owner is this honest? Or is it a bad look to throw your rookie quarterback under the bus before he's even played a preseason snap? Because I'll tell you one thing, this is not business as usual in the NFL. Now, this moment tells us a lot about how power actually works in Cleveland. We've got Andrew Berry, the GM, making this call. Not just making it, but making it against the owner's instincts. That takes confidence. That takes belief. That takes a front office willing to go to the wall for a player they believe in. Berry clearly saw something in Shedeur that others didn't or didn't care to wait for. Maybe it was the accuracy on tape. Maybe it was the arm strength. Maybe it was the chip on his shoulder. Or maybe, just maybe, Berry believes he can develop into something real under Stefanski's system. But here's the risk. By making a move the owner didn't endorse, Berry's put himself on the clock too. Because if Shedeur busts, you don't think Haslam's going to remind everyone who made that call? This isn't just about player development anymore. This is about accountability, and the stakes are higher than ever. And here's the kicker. Shedeur Sanders might actually win the starting job. I'm not even joking. Kenny Pickett's injury opened a door. Joe Flacco, he's still talking like he wants the job, but look, he's 40. Dillon Gabriel, drafted ahead of Shedeur, sure. But early reports out of camp say Shedeur has outplayed both him and Flacco in some first-team reps. Now, before anyone freaks out, we're still early. No one's naming a starter yet, but Stefanski has said they're going to test all 3 quarterbacks in every way possible. So let me ask you this, Dawg Pound. What happens if Shedeur keeps winning those reps? What happens if he balls out in the preseason? Are you ready to ride with a 5th rounder who your own owner didn't believe in, but your GM fought for? Because I'll be honest with you, this feels like one of those classic Cleveland turning points, the kind we've seen before. A surprise pick, a divided front office, a fan base caught between cautious optimism and years of heartbreak. This situation is bigger than one quarterback. This is about who the Browns are right now as a franchise. Are we a team that plays it safe, listens to ownership, and stays in the middle of the pack? Or are we a team willing to take a risk, develop talent, and trust the football guys to make football decisions? Berry and Stefanski are on the same page. That much is clear. Haslam? Maybe not so much. But the one voice that still matters, the one that really drives change, is ours, the fan base, the Dawg Pound. We've written through too many seasons of instability, too many quarterbacks to count, and too many rebuilds that went nowhere. So when a guy comes in, no matter where he was drafted, and he shows fire, precision, and potential, we owe it to ourselves to watch it play out. Don't write him off. Not yet. Not because of a bad interview. Not because the owner had cold feet. Because this league is built on guys like that. Underdogs who weren't wanted, weren't expected, and went on to prove everybody wrong. So here's the bottom line, Dawg Pound. Shedeur Sanders is officially the most talked about rookie in camp, not because of what he's done, but because of what's being said around him. Now we watch, now we wait, and now we find out if Andrew Berry made a genius move or if this is just another chapter in the Browns' QB chaos saga. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Shedeur Sanders should get the shot to start Week 1? Was Jimmy Haslam out of line for saying what he said publicly? Or do you respect the transparency? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, like this video if you're fired up for this season, subscribe to Dawg Pound Daily if you're new, and hit that bell so you never miss a beat. We're going to be here every day, breaking it all down, writing it out with you. Because no matter what they say from the podium, the real heartbeat of this team lives right here with the fans. Let's go Browns!